Well, thank you
Conference
to you,
finals,
ladies, of the big story. Tonight, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder completing the cast of the NBA Conference Finals, plus the aftermath of a controversial boxing match involving former Olympian Charlie Suarez.
And the question is, have we just seen the last of NU volleyball standout Leo Aringo in the UAP? His coach hints at what's next for the finals MVP after leading the Bulldogs to a historic 5-peat.
I'm Jot Sulit, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy Lee. Puts it on. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bakuna's rejecting Esteban for the
For the first time in 9 years, the Oklahoma City Thunder are back in the Western Conference Finals. OKC advanced to the next round after crushing the Denver Nuggets in a do-or-die Game 7, 125-93. A second-quarter surge sparked what ended up being a blowout win for the Thunder. They even led by as many as 43 points. MVP frontrunner Shai Gilgeous-Alexander proved his worth as he had a game-high 35 points without committing a single turnover. That makes him just the sixth player in NBA history to have done that in a Game 7. Jalen Williams bounced back from a 6-point outing in Game 6 by putting up 24 markers this time around. 17 of those came in the first half. Nikola Jokic attempted just 9 shots and finished with 20 points in a losing effort. Jamal Murray struggled from the field, chipping in just 13 markers on 6 of 16 shooting. Here's SGA after his MVP-type performance, along with a special endorsement from his teammate, Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, it feels good. Obviously, our ultimate goal isn't just the Western Conference Finals. You got to go through there to get there. Yeah, we put it together tonight, and we got there. We got 4 more games to go get against a really good team in the Timberwolves, and that's what we're focused on.
It was a 1-point game with about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Just what changed for you guys after that?
Yeah, we didn't get discouraged with our shots not falling, the game not going our way, missing some chippies. We kept playing, kept trusting each other, and we picked up the pressure defensively.
When you guys came out of the locker room, it just looked like they were not able to run with you guys. Just how were you able to exploit that?
Yeah, we wanted to keep the pressure. Pressure was the main thing coming out of half. In this series, we haven't been great in the third quarter, and we know that. And this is the biggest third quarter of our lives this far, and we wanted to make that an emphasis and come out strong, and we did so.
You know who this is?
Who is this?
The MVP.
Now we're down to the last 4 teams in the NBA playoffs. Here's an updated look at the bracket after the Thunder advanced to the West Finals. Oklahoma City will play the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have been idle since Thursday after eliminating the Golden State Warriors. Their series begins Wednesday morning, Philippine time. Meantime, the New York Knicks and Indiana Pacers will renew their rivalry. They will play each other in the East Finals for the first time in 25 years. Game 1 of their series tips off Thursday morning, also Philippine time. The Thunder, Wolves, and Pacers are all chasing their first title in franchise history, while the Knicks will have a shot at a long-awaited follow-up to their 1973 championship.
Following the Nuggets elimination, their main man Nikola Jokic touched on the team's title hopes in the future. The Joker had a grueling series against the Thunder. He had 3 outstanding performances, but only 2 of those resulted in wins. For 7 games, Jokic had to deal with a slew of different defenders, from the Twin Towers in Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren to the scrappy wingmen in Alex Caruso and Jalen Williams. In the decider, it was clear that the Thunder's depth was just too much for Jokic and the Nugs to handle. Here's the Joker's take on his squad's elimination, and he also shared how he would like to tip off his offseason.
I mean, we didn't, so obviously we can't. If we could, we will win it. So I don't believe in those if stuff. So we had the opportunity, we didn't win it. So I think we can't I need to decide, or there is a Eurobasket, the European Championship. I need to decide that. I need to talk with the coaches and with some of the main players, let's say like that. And we will see, But from now, like next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of beer probably.
Now, despite an injury that could have kept him out for weeks, Aaron Gordon still chose to play for the Nuggets in their elimination game against the Thunder. The 29-year-old forward was dealing with a grade 2 left hamstring strain and was highly doubtful for the match. But AG not only played, he even started for Denver. He saw 24 minutes of action, finishing with 8 points and 11 rebounds. Before his injury, Gordon had a number of signature moments in the West semis, including his winning shot in Game 1 and his clutch performance in Game 3. Here's Gordon talking about his injury and the Nuggets' immediate future.
Recovery, basically 36 hours, 48 hours of recovery, everything that I could possibly do. Hot, cold, contrast, massage, hyperbaric, everything that I could possibly do, so just so I could be out there and fight for my team. Confidence doesn't waver. A couple of plays here or there could have changed the series. Confidence doesn't waver. I have full confidence in everybody in that locker room that we can do what we need to do and get it done.
Coming up, the Philippines with several medals from the Southeast Asian Modern Pentathlon Championships. We catch up with biathlete men's senior gold medalist Michael Vercomaling live in the studio when play-by-play returns. Stay tuned.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. Pinoy boxer Charlie Suarez is back in training as he hopes to get a rematch against Mexican champion Emmanuel Navarrete. Their WBO junior lightweight bout ended in a controversial decision that cost Suarez the match. Gio Robles has the story.
The fact that they couldn't stop the bleeding in the corner, I think, is what prompted the doctor to make the decision to stop this fight.
Officials had to stop the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship match last May 11 between Mexican defending champion Emmanuel Navarrete and Filipino challenger Charlie Suarez. Navarrete was left bloodied after taking a powerful left hook from Suarez in round 6. The punch landed squarely on Navarrete's face, leaving a deep gash just above his left eyebrow.
The fight is called off.
2 rounds later, the referee halted the match. Controversy took place, though, when the ref ruled that the cut was caused not by that punch, but because of an accidental headbutt. The scores, 77-76, 78-75, and 77-76, all in favor of Navarrete, earning him a win by technical decision. This decision stunned Team Suarez. His manager, Luis Chavit Singson, did not hold back, calling the decision a clear injustice.
Namapya na naman tayo sa Amerika. Maliwanag na dinaya tayo ron.
Singson insists the cut was caused by a punch, as seen on the replay.
Kung may headbutt, dapat nagreklamo si Navarrete. Hindi nagreklamo dahil hindi headbutt. Kaya halatang-halata na daya yun dahil declare nila headbutt.
Team Suarez has decided to file a formal protest at the California State Athletic Commission. In the appeal, Suarez's camp asked for a full investigation and review of the decision. A hearing has been set on June 2 to determine whether to overturn the result or grant a rematch. Amid all these, the 36-year-old former Olympian from Cabangcalan, Negros Occidental is already back in training. The King's Warrior hopes he will get another shot at the title.
Yun po yung mentality ko at yun talaga dapat ako na dapat always ready. Para anytime kung magagaling na yung cut niya, wounds niya dito sa kung saan siya nasugatan, matuloy na yung laban.
With a decision on the match imminent, Suarez says he has no bad blood with Navarrete.
To Navarrete, thank you for the good fight, and it was a good fight and it's not your fault. So I hope we have a rematch someday. And I'll be waiting. Thank you so much and God bless you.
For News 5, Gio Robles, we are One News.
Meantime, Philippine modern pentathlon continues to rise after a dominant showing at the Southeast Asia Championships held in Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
The team brought home multiple medals from the biathlon, triathlon, and laser run events. And joining us live in the studio is biathlon men's senior gold medalist Michael Vercomaling. Good evening and thank you for joining us, Michael.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here, Denise and Jot. And
congratulations, by the way, on the medals.
Thank you so much.
Michael very generously brought his medals to the studio.
Let's go.
So, unang tanong, Michael,
yes.
How's your neck? Mabigat ba?
Medyo bigat pero kaya naman.
Kayang tiisin.
Tiisin, yeah.
Okay, but kidding aside, we see 4 medals now. Of course, representing the country, always a huge honor.
Yes.
Not just representing, but being successful at it. Gaano siya kahalaga? If you can describe how special this victory is, especially since this year, syempre, qualify ka ulit sa SEA Games, diba? Sasali ka ulit at mag-represent.
Sobrang special talaga siya, Denise, kasi this is the year where modern pentathlon will go back again for the SEA Games. And sa sobrang dami kong ginagawa, I'm also doing acting sa MQAA. I'm also the sports director of Bacoor City, na shout out, no?
A busy man, very busy man.
I'm also also influencer, so I'm all these stuff, and I still was able to train hard talaga. And I'm also, it showed my discipline. Nakita talaga dun sa result. These medals talaga showed how I worked for it talaga. So.
Walang tanong doon. We are super impressed by you being able to juggle everything you do. But I think, Michael, one thing you're also able to do is really introduce pentathlon to a lot of people. Kasi we know the famous sports in the country, and pentathlon, however, is on the rise. Biathlon, triathlon, what exactly are they? Gaano kalaki? Ano yung mga challenges that you faced preparing for these competitions?
It's really challenging kasi training one sport lang is already hard. But imagine training 5 sports, 5 different sports. Each sport also has each has a coach as well. So I'm traveling different places para lang to train in different places, to different sports.
Yeah.
And ang maganda lang sa sport natin is may potential talaga tayo for the Olympics. I actually have a tattoo in my hand here. Yeah, this is the Olympic champion. So this is really my dream to be first Olympic gold medalist in my sport, modern pentathlon, representing the Philippines.
We can't wait. But can you just give us a very brief intro or explainer lang? What exactly is biathlon and triathlon?
So, biathlon and triathlon is under the sport also modern pentathlon.
Yeah.
So biathlon, it has 2 major disciplines also, the swimming and the running, which is yun yung napanulanan ko this time sa Indonesia. And laser run naman is shooting and running. And then we have our last event, which is the triathlon, shooting, swimming, and running. Tatlo po siya at the same time.
No, but to give everybody an idea, kasi syempre sasabihin ng iba, kung swimming and running, bakit hindi tawagin na duathlon? Bakit hindi? The difference lang. Just to...
The difference lang siya is like, it's under UIPM po siya, an organization po siya, under modern pentathlon. So it's actually uprising sport na community. It's also part of the Olympics eh. Kaya nalilito talaga sila kasi it's the difference. Kasi usually triathlon, 3 lang talaga sila. Kami, we vary also. So laser run, triathlon, and pentathlon. Yun yung main event namin for the Olympics, yung pentathlon.
You know, I think there's one way to really allow everyone to fully grasp. And that's to keep winning for Michael. Diba? Because the more you win these medals, the more we take notice, the more we...
Exactly.
I'm sorry, pero the more really we research and understand what these sports are. And speaking of, allow me to jump here, Denise. An opportunity for you to win more medals for the country. When you compete for, like Denise said, you've qualified for the SEA Games in Thailand later this year. I know you just won those medals, pero you're already preparing for something bigger. Kamusta ang preparasyon para sa SEA Games?
Grabe. Yung kalaban ko actually, yung kalaban ko for the SEA Games, also nakalaban ko just recently. He actually took gold medals talaga din. And one of those, 3 events po yun siya. Yung laser run, the triathlon, and the biathlon. The biathlon, I got the gold. While the triathlon and the laser, he got it. So, malakas din talaga siya. So, I was like, galingan ko next time, babawiin ko yung dalawa.
Okay.
So,
go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just curious because, you know, you just mentioned na, just mentioned na, the more you win, the more people are gonna talk about it. What does it mean to you to have that platform? Nobody, I wouldn't say nobody, pero hindi pa ganun karaming tao kasi yung may idea talaga sa sport. And parang, kumbaga, can we say that? Medyo sa'yo nakasalala yung content, di ba?
So, totoo yan. That's true actually, Denise. I'm actually the SEA Games gold medalist last 2019 also for this sport. And malaking bagay po to for the Filipinos na manalo ako kasi we have a shot for the Olympics for this one. It's like, this is really, when I check the statistics, swimming, all of them, the different sports, may potential talaga na manalo ako ng gold. It's medyo mayabang na pakinggan, no? Pero,
go ahead.
Pero this is my dream talaga, just to inspire the young athletes. That's my advocacy talaga na makatulong, maka-inspire. Kasi I was an athlete before na walang-wala. As in, literally from scratch na galing ko lang ng sa takbo. I don't have even shoes before, like from the poorest. And then I got to where I am right now because of determination and the patience and the hard work talaga. So, I'm here to inspire talaga to kids.
Alam mo, Michael, wag ka mahihiya to, show off those medals and those wins dahil kami mga kababayan mo, we are very, very proud. Ipagmamalaki ka namin lagi. But like you said, you really are an inspiration to the youth. Not only as an athlete, as a medalist, gold medalist at that, but apparently we just learned sports director ka rin, di ba? So talagang you're honing the next generation of athletes. Can you talk to the generation after you of athletes who might be watching the show and just give a message to them?
Yes, sa mga future athletes natin dyan, sa mga kabataan natin na nanonood po, sana ay maging totoo kayo sa sarili yun na you can do whatever you want to achieve in life as long as you always put God first and put hard work and determination, you will always achieve success. Not just in sports, but I'm saying to every part that you want to achieve, you can always achieve what you want.
Congratulations and thank you, Michael,
so
for
much. Thank you so
dropping
much.
by the show. Thank you.
so much.
Michael.
Thank you.
Learned a lot and we're very,
I
very proud
know.
to have you here on the
you
show.
so much.
Congratulations again on your amazing performance at the Modern Pentathlon Southeast Asia Championship.
All right, we just need to take a quick break, but after that, 5 feet complete for the NU Bulldogs. So what's next for NU senior Leo Ringo after winning a historic UAAP championship? Find out when Play-by-Play returns right here on One News. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Welcome back. The Rain or Shine Alaska Painters believe they caught a big break as they prepare to face a TNT squad without star guard Reynam Batak. Rain or Shine head coach Yang Yao says injuries are part of the game, but stressed the importance of staying ready and keeping themselves focused. The Alaska Painters will face the Tropang 5G on Wednesday. Nambatak is out for 4 to 6 weeks due to a pulled groin, further shortening TNT's backcourt rotation. The 5G is already without veteran Jason Castro for the conference due to a knee injury. Here's Coach Yang talking about their next opponents.
Well, it's a big break for us. No, na alam naman natin wala na nga si Jason, no? Tapos ang ganda pa ng nilaro ni Ray sa championship, tapos ngayon nga may injury. Pero sa lahat ng team nangyayari yan. So you just have to be ready. No? Kung matapat sa'yo, you get a break. Pero kung matapat naman sa'yo yung injury, ikaw ang nagkaroon ng injury, kasama din talaga sa ano yun, no? sa laro yun. No? So it evens out. No? In the long term, it really just evens out. No?
Meantime, the San Miguel Beermen are looking to make the most of their week-long break to get in better shape for the final stretches of the Philippine Cup eliminations. San Miguel is coming off a 128-89 blowout win over the Terra Firma Jeep last night. This was the Beermen's second straight win, improving their record to 5-2 for third in the standings. Up next for SMB are the lowly Blackwater Bossing, who have only one win out of 5 games so far. After that, San Miguel will wait 2 more weeks to play Rain or Shine in Cagayan de Oro on June 7. SMB head coach Leo Austria says they are treating every matchup like a playoff game as they try to get used to the intensity of the postseason. Austria is also hopeful they can use the long gaps in between games and not get rusty in the process. Here's Coach Leo talking about the remaining schedule.
I don't know if it is advantage or disadvantage for us, but in the last few weeks, I think 4 weeks na once a week kami naglalaro and we won 3 out of 4 and hopefully yung long break ay magamit namin and then for our advantage to think what will happen in the playoffs. We're gearing up for the playoffs. Every game we're treating as a playoff night for us to get into the next level. We're not yet there, okay, but our goal is to get into the top 4.
We've got the PBA and the NBA in tonight's highlight reel. Let's head on to the screen and first we'll check out the PBA, Rain or Shine versus Magnolia, but this could easily be a scene from the NBA. Look at this. Mamuyak drives, gets blocked, recovered by Santillan. He misses the 3, and of course, Calvin Abueva, as soon as he gets that, he's zooming past to the other side, but Santillan says, I don't think so. Mala LeBron James yung chase down doon. That was one of the 3 blocks that Santillan had in that game. He also had 17 points and 13 rebounds as Rain or Shine becomes the first team to deal Magnolia a loss this conference, 119-105. More from the PBA, this time from the San Miguel Beermen Terra Firma game. Let's take a look at this. Fajardo has the ball in the danger zone, drops it to Calma. Look at the footwork. Look at the fake, the spin, the shot. If Santillan looked a lot like LeBron, well, ito naman si JM Calma, Hakeem Olajuwon, as he had 8 points and 7 rebounds in this one, as the Beermen put the brakes on the Jeep, 128-89. Now, let's head to the real NBA. Of course, the PBA was exciting, but here we move to the NBA Game 7 between the Thunder and the Nuggets. Jalen Williams with a miss. Heart. He comes flying in out of nowhere for the putback jam. Out hustling, out rebounding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 guys around him. Iheart mo talaga because he had 10 points and 7 rebounds to get the win for the Thunder. A big help for OKC. Same game, same team. This time, it's Alex Caruso taking the ball away from Nikola Jokic, then dropping a gorgeous behind-the-back dime to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The defense of Caruso was spectacular in Game 7, and he also had 11 points and 3 assists. That was one of his 3 steals off the bench. SGA, those were 2 of his game-high 35 points. But, perhaps the biggest highlight of Game 7, how about this? Thunder guard Cason Wallace gliding and hammering one home over the Joker, Nikola Jokic. My goodness, Cason. Whew. We can watch this all day. He contributed 7 points and 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals off the bench as the Thunder pummeled their way to victory in Game 7, 125-93. It's OKC and the Timberwolves in the West Finals. Game 1 will be on Wednesday in Oklahoma City, 8:30 a.m. Manila time. So, Denise, make sure you block your schedule for that.
Nahartan ko pa. All right, before we go, we may just see another NU men's volleyball standout play overseas soon. NU Bulldogs head coach Dante Alinsunurin hinted at what's next for Leo Ringo after the team won a historic 5-peat in UAAP men's volleyball over the weekend. The Bulldogs completed their finals comeback against the FEU Tamaraws with a sweep of Game 3 25-16, 28-26, 25-23. An all-time men's volleyball gate attendance of 14,517 fans witnessed the historic victory at the Mall of Asia Arena. NU is the first team in the Final Four era to achieve a 5-peat and just the second team overall in men's volleyball to rule 5 straight seasons after FEU reigned from 1946 to 1958. Aringo, who delivered the championship-clinching tip, emerged as the finals MVP. In Game 3, he tallied 9 points, 10 excellent receptions, and 4 digs. After the celebrations, Aringo spoke about what it means to win in his senior year. Coach Dante also spoke about the future of the NU star.
Sobrang fulfilling kasi ever since na nag-NU ako, saksi ako sa paghihirap ng NU. Paano nila i-grind yung sarili nila para makuha yung every championship na nakakuha ni Coach Dante. Sobrang sarap sa feeling na hindi namin nasayangan yung ganung pagkakataon na lalo na tong 5-peat champion, hindi namin nasayangan nakuha din namin yung isa sa mga pangarap ng mga coaches and lalo na kami players kasi ito pa yung hindi nakukuha sa UAP, yung 5-peat sa men's volleyball team, and sobrang grateful ako kasi yun.
Actually, si Leo, hindi pa naman siya talaga graduating sa laro. Meron pa siya. Pero meron lang siyang option na meron kaming nakita na mas magumuti sa kanya. Kaya sabi ko nga, ito naman yung gusto namin mangyari talaga sa bawat player. Na mapunta sa mga international. Kaya doon siya papunta. Kaya sabi ko nga sa kanya, mas okay na doon kasi alam ko na magkakaroon siya.
5-peat, kaya 5 rin sila doon sa post-game press con.
But you like that, that statement coming from Coach Dante, that they're really looking for yung long-term playing time of his player, even going overseas.
Yeah, and it's just being a coach on and off the court.
Yes.
Diba? Coaches, especially at the collegiate level, they also kind of serve as parental figures.
Exactly. Well, all right.
Yeah, that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Jot Sulit, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Litan-Calao. Thank you for watching.